Conversion is the third element that we want to audit on your website. If your design is the foundation of your home and your content is the furniture and the decorations, then think about your conversion tools like the things in your well stocked refrigerator, the snacks and beverages that you offer guests that make them feel welcome and encourage them to stay and come back. Your goal with your conversion strategy is to get people to take action when they come to your website. Get them to do something that keeps them there longer and moves them through your sales funnel to the next step in the buying process. You want to have a clear first step. When people come to your website, there should be in this hero image, and we've talked about it, that first action. Depending on your business, it might be buy now, learn more, contact us, whatever it is that you want people to do. But what I want you to be sure of is that you don't fall into this trap. Well, some people want this and some people want that. You got to pick one. You've got to have a favorite child. If that's not what I want, I'll keep looking. But there is something that the vast majority of your visitors are coming for, and that should be right up front. Splitting your screen like this, unless you have two very distinct business units, and even then there are other ways to do that, is not a great idea. And we see this in a lot of nonprofits or big organizations where you have competing factions and everyone thinks their message should be number one on the homepage. You get what I call conversion creep. And suddenly there are like four choices. Well, the research has been done and it has very clearly shown that the more choices you give people, the less likely they are to do anything. So, one action at the top of every page. And I want you to think about the fact that every page on your website is a landing page. The days when people came to your homepage and then proceeded to the rest of your site are over. Social media links to specific pages, SEO links, and searches from Google that drive people to interior pages. Your homepage may be the first stop on the journey, but it might not be. And so on every page, you want to have clear action. And then when they get to the bottom of the page, a clear next step. Hopefully, some kind of conversion form that captures their email address in exchange for information. This is a security company, and they have several different products. So their primary message is learn more. And then they start telling you about their different products. And there is a contact form at the bottom of the page. But when you get inside, now you've got information because you are specifically looking at a product. Now you have a call to schedule an appointment. And that's the trick, is that as you have people move through your website, you don't make the same offer on every page. Somebody who's doing a deep dive on your product or service is going to be ready for an appointment, where someone who's landing there for the first time may just want to learn more. This might be too presumptuous. It might be too big a step. So as people move through your site and they're landing on different pages, you want to make sure there's always something for them to do, but it's not always the same thing. So, what should the logical next steps be? Well, here are some examples of things you can have to increase your conversion. Read a blog, download a resource, take a quiz, or schedule an appointment. This download a resource is particularly valuable if you have a business where people have to kind of move through slowly and learn more about you. This gives them an opportunity to learn a little bit and come back. Take a quiz really taps into human nature. We always want to know, how do we score? How do we rank? Are we as good, as smart, as pretty, as wonderful as everybody else? And quizzes are a great way to get that engagement. A lot of times what you can do with a quiz is create the quiz, tell people you scored 25 out of 50. Now, if you want to know what that means or how to increase your score, give us your email address and we'll give you the answer. You can have people create an account. If you're more of a retail site, if you have a gallery or where people can mark their favorites, creating an account is a great way, again, to get them into your system. Register for an event, subscribe to the newsletter. A word of caution, if you're doing subscribe to newsletter, you got to tell people what it is, because just saying, hey, we send out email is not enough to really get anybody excited. So you need to be clever. You need to tell people how often, what's in it, what do they get if they sign up? Do they get a free dessert on their birthday if they're a restaurant? Do they get information they can't get anywhere else, or invitations to special events? Or it might be something as simple as thousands of business owners read our newsletter every week. Find out what they already know. You got to give people, again, a reason, something that makes your newsletter sound like it's worth signing up for. You can have people browse photos, pick their favorites, search your FAQs. If you remember from the content section, this is a really popular part of your website. Watch a video or buy now. And so as you think of your business and you go back and look at every page on your website, is there a logical next step? If not, that's one of the first things that you want to do to improve your existing site, is add those logical next steps. Some more conversion tips if you are creating landing pages for specific offers. Give people information in small bites. A little bit of info, learn more, or a little bit of info, sign up now. Not ready to sign up? Okay, here's some more info. If I hit a page that is just a solid wall of text, I'm probably not going to stay. Neither will most people. Limit choices. Do not do what that synagogue did on their homepage with 4 different buttons. It overwhelms visitors and they will not stay. This is controversial. Some people will create special landing pages that essentially have no way out. There's no menu at the top of the page. There's no other navigation. This is particularly effective if you're creating a page that's a landing page from a Google AdWords campaign. You spent the money to get people to your website. Don't distract them with a lot of other shiny toys. Recognize that there are different learning styles among the people who come to your page. So have video, text, pictures, icons scattered throughout the page to appeal to different prospective customers. And respond promptly. If somebody fills in a contact form, have an auto response that thanks them right away. And don't ask for too much information on a contact form. If you are never going to call them, don't ask for a phone number. You don't need their address and the names of their children and which one is their firstborn. Ask for less and you will have more people filling out your conversion forms. So, what's your conversion strategy?